Guys, Vol here, time for a new game of Infinity. As you can see, playing at the Hobbymaster Club here in Auckland, New Zealand in Ellerslie. Got another table going alongside us. That's Jason and Isaac, two of my other regular Pano opponents. Playing Garth here on the left for the first time. He's playing the QK sectorial for Hakislam. Really a sectorial that has a lot of those Drew's mercenary options, so he's running quite a lot of those. But let's get straight into it. I'm playing my Yu Ching, of course. This is a view of the table from the sideways glance. I'm on the right, he's on the left. I've won the role. He's won the role for playoff, but he's taking tableside and deployment, so I've gone first. Bottom left, Shinobu Kitsune in the Tio Kamamaka silhouette token there on the bottom left, successfully infiltrating into his territory. In the next image, you can see my deployment zone here. I've marked out 10 order tokens and 5 for the secondary group, although I'm not getting an order here for the Tiger, and he's going to drop the order pool by 2 in this one. So there you have it. I've got my my support crew hanging back as usual, and the Hactao in the center, right behind that blue-green colored crate in the center. And of course the 2 red camera markers in the center of the field are my double Guilang photo observers. Next image, you can see Shinobu in her camo mode here is ready to move around the side. He's got Cordelia closer to the edge here, and I'm going to try and target Cordelia straight up. I'll be able to move past the side of the wall there without coming into line of sight of his missile launcher trooper on the building. Now behind that central deployment zone building further up there, he's got Scarface, the tag, and he's got a Drew's Link team, so luckily Shinobu can stay out of line of sight of them. If I manage to take down Cordelia, I might be able to plug off a few shots at them though. Next image, you can see his deployment zone drop. So further to the left, he's actually got an Odalisque with a Spitfire, I believe, and as you can see, the yellow silhouette tokens, he's got some camo markers, and further to the left, not pictured, in the bottom left, he's got the TR bot, plus a couple of random as dudes hanging around here. Next image, so Shinobu moves around the corner, reveals herself, and starts throwing down some face-to-face rolls. I decided I'd go for the quick combi rifle kill here, but after 3 attempts, she still couldn't manage it. Cordelia seemed to manage to shrug off the hits every single time, and due to an unfortunate string of rolls there, Kitsune is still not taken out Cordelia. See, she actually ends up passing her guts check and failing the guts check and pulling back further behind cover, making it even more difficult. I would have gone into close combat. What that would have meant is that Scarface would have got a free shot with a higher silhouette, and as soon as I kill Cordelia in close combat, I'm just sitting out in the open, and the Link team of Drews can shoot me, so unless I can take them out first, then it's not worth coming around the corner. Next image, as you can see here, we've got the Tiger appearing on the side to move up and kill the Drew's Link team. By the way, guys, obviously I would have deployed Shinobu close to the Scarface and used her to move up and kill him in close combat first turn, but that was his reserve trooper, so he actually placed Scarface down after seeing where I landed with Shinobu. Our next image shows that the Tiger moves up and sprays the Spitfire at the Drew's team, which you can draw line of sight to. Shoots the first guy, which reveals line of sight to the guy behind him, kills him as well. So the Tiger with Spitfire, brand new model that I've just painted up, of course, kills 2 Drews. That's a pretty good result for him. Our next image shows that it's his turn now, and he's got some impetuous Yuan-Yuans who appear. One of them appears closer to the Tiger behind his line of fire, so he passes a willpower check to change facing, and then Shinobu shoots at him with a combi rifle, missing completely, so haven't managed to kill the Yuan-Yuan here, unfortunately. The next image has the location of the secondary Yuan-Yuan, who tries to land at this point on the table closer to me, but fails the drop check and scatters further closer to his line. So the next image again shows Scarface coming around to the side here, shooting away at the Tiger and destroying the Tiger with a crit, and then that frees up the Yuan-Yuan to go after Shinobu with the chain rifle. So the next image shows him attempting to do that. Now Shinobu, physical 13, so just plain old dodge, not using the smoke of course because that won't help against the chain rifle, and passing the dodge check on the first go. So that discourages my opponent, I suppose, from continuing to try it. He can burn through a lot of orders and potentially not succeed in killing Shinobu if he's not lucky enough. So that would burn through the rest of his pool. So he decided not to spend any more orders on the Yuan-Yuan in this case. Next image, this is where the other one appeared. We've also got an Odalisque with Spitfire moving up closer to the cover, getting prepared for the follow-up turns. Alright, so a bit of a zoom out overview. What he's done here at the bottom left is brought round the TR bot and he's put up assisted fire with it so it can last through my turn as well. And he's just repositioned some of his troops a bit better in his first turn here. So that's it from my opponent. Next image, there's another photo here where the Yuan Yuan is actually moving a little bit closer to cover here, and you can see the silhouette marker of my Teo Camo mode Hactao in the background, so that's what's going on in this image. Moving on to the next one. Okay, so Guangxi Impetuous movement here. I've got one of them moving up after he uses Impetuous order to move through the Yuan Yuan dodges, so I actually spend the first order of this turn on the Guangxi, spraying him with the chain rifle and actually managing to get the hit through and killing the Yuan Yuan with the Guangxi, so that was really effective. The next image has the Hactao spending 2 or 3 orders, moving up and taking fire at the guys in his corner. So the face-to-face roll here, as I've indicated with the orange lines, there's one of them at the Yuan Yuan who is threatening Shinobu, so that's a single roll, and the Yuan Yuan attempts to dodge and fails it and gets killed by the HMG. And the other 3 shots are surprise shots against the missile launcher guy in the building, so that actually destroys him carefully with the Hactao, with a surprise shot, very effectively. The next image, deciding to go for a bit of a bold move here with the Hactao going up against the drone, the TR bot drone in assisted fire mode. So what this achieves is that the Hactao basically gets no cover. He's up against a guy who's in cover. The range bands kind of cancel, but because of Teo Camo and my superior ballistic skill, I was needing a much higher roll, 14s compared to his needing -6, so he needed 5. So 14s versus 5s, he didn't score any crits. I managed to get a couple of hits through and kill the bot, so very lucky that he didn't crit there, but of course there's the chances of him critting and me not critting are reasonably low, so the odds are in favour of the Hactao there. It's just a bit of a risk, as you guys can appreciate if you've played this game against TR bots. Going to another photo, the Hactao now moves over to engage not engage in close combat, but takes some shots against the Odalisque. Now he has a couple of cracks at this but doesn't manage to take her down, so not quite getting the face-to-face rolls needed here with the close range HMG. It's a lot harder with the -3 to hit, and the Odalisque of course able to dodge or to get a pistol shot off there and beat out the rolls in the face-to-face checks, so managing to survive there. One more image shows you a bit of an overview. So what's happened here is that the Hactao has gone back into Teo Camo mode, safely in the middle of the table. Shinobu has as well, I just don't have that pictured at the top left, and you can see that the Guangxi have generally moved forward and fanned out, and nobody else really has done much of anything. Let's go to another picture here where Scarface is making a break for it around the corner, and this puts him into line of sight of the Hactao, which decides not to do anything because I want to waste his orders trying to discover me. The Guilang Fort Observer on the staircase, pictured by the number 1 there on the right, chooses to ARO by dropping a repeater so that I can hack the Scarface tag, but of course that allows him to use a second short skill to shoot the Guilang and destroy him. So if we go to the next image, you can see the positioning here. The Guilang gets shot, but he's landed a carefully handmade repeater marker by me onto the table within 8 inches of Scarface himself. Next image, my opponent decides to move Scarface out of the repeater range and just try to avoid the single hacking attempt that I get at him, and failing the whip check for me, so he gets off scot-free there, no immobilization, and that brings him around closer to get some shots off. Another image sees him brought around here to shoot at the Hactao, but unfortunately I've got a Tokusetsu, I say doctor, and she's in suppression fire mode, so the tag, for whatever reason, is deciding to go up against not only the suppression fire combi rifle from the doctor, but also the pistol shot from the Hactao here. What ends up happening is that he ends up taking a wound just from the shooting and loses the face-to-face rolls, so really unfortunate there for Mr. Scarface. The next image shows the Odalisque coming around to try and get the damage done, but even she can't even make it because the Hactao just happens to win the face-to-face roll there. I mean, Teo Camo just makes such a big difference. I'm getting +3 for short range on the pistol, -3 for cover, but then he's getting -6 for Teo Camo. So even with the Spitfire or the pistol or whatever he chooses to do, if he doesn't roll well, and he certainly wasn't rolling very well at all in this game, the Hactao comes off fine there. So yeah, really unfortunate for my opponent. One more image shows the Guilang in my active turn moving out directly to put a repeater in range of Scarface, but unfortunately I played this wrong, and actually he could see over the crate due to his silhouette size, and he shoots the Guilang as I'm doing this. So luckily getting a repeater within range of him, but losing another Guilang Fort Observer, unfortunately. Next image, my opponent has a lieutenant order here, which I took a photo of. It's not currently his turn, but I just took a picture of what happened earlier. This is Saladin, but it's not actually Saladin. It's just a proxy. So he's proxying this for, I think it's a Hafsa or something that has one of his models that has got Holo Projector level 2. So it was actually a lieutenant using a Holo Projector as a Drew Spitfire, which is a bit of a giveaway. But he is actually sitting around the corner here, so possible assassination attempt here by Shinobu. Next image. What's gone on here is that I've actually hacked the tag here and immobilized it. But as soon as the Hactao moves around to shoot at the Odalisque, he gets a free attempt at resetting, which he does. However, the Hactao mows down the Odalisque really quickly with his heavy machine gun, so that gets rid of that threat. Then in the following turn, following order I should say, the Hactao moves into close combat with the Scarface and whacks him with the double action close combat weapon and manages to kill him in pretty short order, so very effective move there. Next image shows Shinobu moving around the side of the building, revealing himself and having a crack at the lieutenant. Scoring a hit on him, but he passes the armor save and ducks back into cover with a guts check, so that's fine. And the camouflage marker at the right hand side here is not choosing to reveal an attempt to discover or a shot, so interesting play. Our next image here, so what we've got is the medic moving over to send the helper bot into the Guilang to bring him back to life, which he successfully managed to do. So I've got a Guilang Fort Observer back on the table, looking pretty solid. And the next image, we've got the guy coming out of the tag. So he's manned. He spends an order to dismount from the tag, and provokes a close combat reaction from the Hactao, which manages to kill the pilot. So we were just having a bit of fun at this stage. My opponent sort of feels like it's kind of given up. He's really lost a lot of orders on the losing side at this point due to the heavy amount of damage he's sustained. So just trying out a few little rules here. Our next image shows a model coming out of camouflage, and I'm not sure if this is the actual model because he's using a lot of proxies this game, but decides to fire at the Guilang and killing it. So that was the end of the game. By the way, guys, the mission we were playing is, I think, Frontline. It was the one where you got 3 strips in the middle of the table, and you've got to try and dominate the ones further away from you. I actually only barely won it once we looked at the actual scenario, because in the final turn he does kill the Hactao with one of his troops behind the building further out. And Shinobu's in the enemy deployment zone, not in the strip. So I only won because I had a Doctor and a Quan Chi in the central strip, and he'd only managed to secure the strip closer to him. So fun game, pretty one-sided thanks to the pretty good dice rolls here from Yu Cheng, but I also played pretty aggressively, and that makes a big difference in this game. Really preferring the Hactao over Sun Tzu after playtesting both, so you'll be seeing more Hactao in the future probably, until of course my new stuff shows up, which hopefully it will soon. Anyway guys, thanks for listening, see you again soon.